mentioned many of the positives, which negates ever since the fight was announced, a lot of the bloggers, a lot of the media criticizing the fight, saying it's a spectacle and maybe a disgrace on both ends, MMA and boxing. Your response to that?
Well, I think it's funny how when people call something that we call entertainment disgraceful. I mean, you're talking about writers who are sitting on the outside looking in, who have never stepped in the ring and never competed, are writing things like this, calling it disgraceful, they should not do this, boxers shouldn't get in the ring. You're talking about competitors, guys that challenge themselves every single day in the gym. They get up every morning, they live and breathe this stuff, and you got writers sitting on the sidelines criticizing warriors. How does that pan out? I'd like to grab a pin and poke them in the eye. I mean, I don't get it. How do you criticize people like that who are champions, have proved themselves over and over again, and you sit there with a pen and hurt and criticize them and hurt them?
Yeah, and been several people within the fight industry that have passed away recently. Their message to everybody was do what you love and enjoy it. You sending out a similar message through with your age and even with James Toney aging, and you two are getting in there and still competing. Is it all about the competition and chasing what you really love to do in life?
Well, it was like this. If someone came up to you and you got to be about 60 years old, if someone came up to you and said, you know what, you're 60 years old and you're too old for us to give you medication. We need to give it to people that are younger because they're healthier and they got more to live for. How does that feel? You're not important. Nobody cares about you anymore. That's wrong. First of all, we've done it for years entertaining people, and we did what we were supposed to do through those years. Now we have an opportunity to enjoy ourselves, compete in it the way we want to compete in it, and have absolutely no boundaries on us, and absolutely nothing on us that says we have to win, or we lose our jobs. We do this for the entertainment now. I enjoy it. I love the competition. That's what they have a hard time understanding when you're sitting on the outside of the ring pushing a pen. You don't know what it's like to have to stop something you love doing. It's like stop in breathing. It's like telling me to stop breathing. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I've got two legs and two arms that I can still swing. I'm going to continue to keep doing it as long as I can and as long as the fans want me to. And you pen pushers, put your pens back in your pocket and wait for something more exciting to write about.
What does it mean to you get the response you got from the crowd here in Reno, and in just about every town you visit, you get a lot of love and support from the fans?
Well, that's funny how, I go to all these places, and, the most important people that you look at are the fans. The ones that are actually paying the tickets to come watch the show, not the ones that get the free tickets to write about it. They're the ones that count. But yet you got the pin pushers who get the free tickets sitting in the front row, bashing the guys that the fans love. Does that make any sense at all? The reason why you have a job is because of guys like us. And then you want to turn around and write bad things about us because we get a little bit old and a little bit slow. Well, I go to tell you, when your time comes and someone tells you you're too old to write anymore, or you're too old to give medication to, or you don't deserve medication because you ain't worth it, we need to give it to younger people. Let's see how that feels. Right now, you're young and you're pushing pens and you're hurting people with those pens because you get to write what you want.
All right. In closing thoughts to say, anything else to say to pen pushers, fans, anybody out there, maybe anybody out there that's in any industry where they're maybe being pushed out the door because of their age?
I'll say this, as long as the fans are there and they're supporting you and they continue to want to see you get in there and give it a good try and do your best, and they support you over the years, then if that's what you want to do, don't let nobody try and embarrass you out of your right. You keep fighting and you keep doing what you want to do, and don't let anybody embarrass you not to do it. If you want to, and the fans are still behind you, and you're still wanting to do it, and you have the love for it, you continue to do it.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.